Okay, hello everyone. This is Kefir's Roadmap 2.0 of what they're planning for future updates. And so I'm just going to give you my thoughts on what I think this stuff means. As usual with these things, they very quickly start to deviate from their plans, as you could tell from the last one. So it is still nice to have some kind of an idea what they're thinking at least. So number 1 and 2 have already been added to the game, pretty much just the police station on the first one and the clans on the second one with all the other little extras. So I'll skip over here to number 3. So number 3 is new location Motel. And I gotta admit that I'm usually pretty up to date on what Kefir has hinted at, what other people have requested, and you know, I'm on different forums and I'm reading stuff here and there, but I had no idea about Motel, did not see this coming at all. What does it mean exactly to go to the Motel? Is this like going to be another 2-day, 3-day event that keeps popping up, similar to the farm and the police station and the bunker? I mean, that could definitely be. It could be something else. It could be a very short-term event like, you know, the Tom events that just pop up and then you never see them again. Who knows? The new decorations. I'm a pretty practical player. I've never been too into the decorations, but you know, some people really love them. So I definitely don't mind an addition like that. That's pretty cool. I do love my blind one head hanging on my base. So maybe it'll be more stuff like that. As far as what you'll do in the Motel, I mean, a Motel, obviously a police station, you get gun mods, all kind of makes sense. The farm, you get the melee mods. What will you do at the Motel? I don't know. I mean, it obviously sounds to me like a location where you're going to fight a lot of zombies. Beyond that, it's hard to say. So let me skip over to number 4. So new event Halloween. So for those of you who have been around this game for a year, you're probably familiar with last year's Halloween thing, and from the looks of it, they're just basically doing a revamping of the same idea. You're going to go out and fight in zones and collect tokens that you'll then exchange for prizes, and hopefully these prizes stick around. That's one thing I really don't like. They add items and then you get to use them and they'll take them away, and you don't even get to keep them as trophies or anything. So hopefully you'll actually get to keep some of these items if you're a trophy hunter like myself. That's one of the things I love to do in this game, is collect trophies. So there's that. And so the new event, the Day of the Dead there. So that's all part of the same thing. So number 5 here, motorcycle and new location gas station. So I'm going to start with the gas station here. This has never been something I think that Kefir really hinted at adding, but this is a very, very commonly requested event or location. And the idea being that you would go there and be able to collect gas for your chopper. So, you know, I imagine this is going to be a pretty small thing. Gas stations aren't particularly big. There's probably going to be like a little mart that you could go into and raid, and you'll have to kill, I assume, other survivor, you know, raider style AI. There'll probably be some zombies, but you'll probably be, you know, similar to a chopper event where you go there and kill other survivors. It's probably going to be something similar to that. So the other thing is motorcycle. They kind of separated that. And I think that's done on purpose, and I don't think that's just going to mean new chopper patterns. I suspect that there's going to be something that you can do to your motorcycle. You're going to be able to mod it. What would that mean exactly? I don't know. Obviously, like a bigger gas tank. And I don't have a lot of great ideas on how you might mod your bike, but I assume it's something like that. I know there are some games where you can actually ride your motorcycle on the map and do things with it like that. I can't really see that happening, but that's possible. Moving on to number 6, and this is where we get it to clans, and this is a major bummer. When they added clans, I was hoping and was kind of sure that they would add some kind of content for clans pretty quickly to, you know, keep going with the hype of clans. Clans is a huge part of this game. When I first started playing the game, it was like, obviously this was something that was hinted at, multiplayer and the idea of getting with clans. This is what a lot of these games are all about when they get fully developed. But being number 6 on this list suggests that it's quite a bit away still, and that sucks. But the clan base is a great idea to begin with. I assume this is going to be something like you go to a location on your map individually, you clear it out, and then you get to start adding to some base that the other clan members get to also go to and add to. Are you going to be able to do that at the same time? Or are you going to go there individually, one at a time and add things? I have no idea how they're going to figure that out. But and then what does it mean to have a clan base? Are people going to be able to come and raid you? Are you going to go there for events where like waves of zombies try to attack you and your buddies in your clan get to help defend it at the same time, or something like co-op? Having 2 players on the screen at the same time just doesn't seem like something they're quite ready to actually do. I mean, they've got this Sector 7 stuff that is so detached from the normal mechanics and play of the game that it's just like, it's there, they're working on it, but for whatever reason, whatever technical difficulties they're having, they seem to really be struggling with the idea of doing that. But I'm really hoping that it is something like that where you can actually be on the screen at the same time in your base. And it might be some kind of like defending your base against waves. It could be that your base is there and it will be attacked by raiders. It's really hard to say where they're going with that. Obviously, as a raiding opportunity, like who would store anything there to be raided? They could do things in such a way that forces players to store things there if they want to use it on the base. So it's hard to say. There's a bunch of different options there, and it's all good things, but it doesn't look like we're going to be getting a clan base. My guess is at least 2 months. It could even be not until like the beginning of next year, but we'll see. I'm kind of getting a feel for the way these roadmaps work, so it definitely isn't going to be. It isn't going to be in the next month, so that's too bad. So number 7 here, Settlers and Outposts, and I'll be honest, I don't have a clue what that's supposed to mean. These are just outposts, are just new locations that you can go to, and Settlers sounds like friendlies. It sounds like people you can maybe trade with. Beyond that, that's some massive speculation on the Settlers. And then number 8. So this is like got me scratching my head big time, because it's ATV and swamp location. That was like a long time ago when they did the office tour at Kefir, that you could see that the swamp and the ATV were all fully developed. They were ready to be put in the game as far as I could tell, and still they got this way down on the list. The items number 8 and 9 are like very distant. Why is that? Why are they having such a hard time like getting that in the game? I don't understand it at all. This stuff I was expecting already to have been released in the game like a month ago, and they got it way down their list. Obviously, the swamp location they've hinted at, that's going to be what the next dump of craftable items and resources is going to be, the titanium and maybe the tungsten and all that stuff, and being able to build those items. So that's a pretty major deal. I still think that's when they would do like. I don't know how their numbering system's really going to go, but that seems like a pretty big upgrade when we get to that point. So we'll see. And then the last thing on number 8, and this has also got me like really thinking this sucks, but new blueprints. So what does that mean? Well, almost every weapon currently in the game is modifiable, except for like the grenade launcher, the sickle, the minigun. There's a few of them, but they're already like pretty much modifiable. But what is not added into the game yet is the blueprints that are the active mods. So I'm almost 100% sure that's what they're referring to, and that sucks because that means that they're a long, long ways away. I'm sitting here saving up my my purple badges for when the active mods come out, and that looks like it's going to be forever. So that's too bad, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And then number 9. So the last thing on these roadmaps is really like pie in the sky. It's like this is the stuff that we someday want to get to. And when it's put down at the very end of the list, it's like, who knows? I mean, it could be another year. And that's really too bad. But obviously co-op gameplay. If you don't have co-op gameplay, I mean, how are you having the clans really being effective? And so that suggests that clans, actual effective clan gameplay could be a very, very long time from now. Raid boss, I've really scratching my head on a raid boss. Obviously a normal raid, you got the big one comes, he's kind of the raid boss. I don't really know if they're referring to it in that fashion. It could be that you can raid clan bases, and that the clan bases, because of the way that raiding normally works, you're attacking a base that is essentially defended by the AI. They do it currently by sending waves of zombies at you, but it was always possible that you could have AI raiders or AI survivors, however you want to look at it, defending a base. And that I was kind of hoping they would have done that in the past, that they would have changed raiding to eliminate the zombies and actually have a base defended by raiders that would actually be inside the base, or possibly have backup show up at certain times, and you'd be actually shooting guys that had guns and were trying to kill you in that fashion. And that could be what happens in clan bases. You might be able to raid a clan base that is defended by living human players, even I mean AI players is what I'm getting at, but not zombies. So a raid boss could be that there's a really tough raider that defends his base, in addition to other ones, or some, I don't know. I really don't know. It could be a bunch of different things. But, they have hinted at pictures showing special raiders. The big fat mutant raider guy and another guy that had his head shaved on the side. So I don't know if that's what they're talking about. And then PvP and multiplayer locations, I assume what that's going to be is there's going to be specific new locations that you'll go to, like the police station, like the farm, that are set up to be just for player versus player interactions. You can go to some new location and you'll actually be able to fight other players, similar to what we have going on Sector 7. Instead of fighting zombies, you're shooting at each other. So we'll see if what that means when we get there. But like I said, things that are at the end of these roadmaps are really, really far away. And that's about it. So that's my thoughts. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I'm sure some other YouTubers will make videos, and I'm going to be looking at what they think on this stuff in a little bit here. But yeah, it looks like we're getting the Motel next, and Halloween will be very shortly coming up soon after that. So, all right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.